Hello, and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today we're taking a look at a world called Epilogue, I hope I pronounced that right, a world by Dr.Morro, a world creator for VRChat, and he makes some really interesting and really cool worlds. So, let's check it out. Now this world, same with Organism, is really odd. All the rooms are really odd, and each room tells its own little story. So if you do decide to check out this world, which you should, I'd advise you to take a look at every single little detail in every single room, as it's pretty interesting. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, as I said before, each room tells its own little story, and the further you go into this world, the more crazier it gets. You get a bunch of drawings and a bunch of illustrations on the walls. They almost remind me of medieval paintings. There's some nice views as well, and each room gets weirder and weirder. As you just think that this world can't get any bigger, each room you go to just keeps getting bigger and bigger. The world size is pretty large, 500 megabytes, but it is honestly really worth it for what the world is. The world has some really nice lighting and some really strange ambient sounds and noises, but it adds to the world, of course, and it just makes it even better. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the map, as it's very naturey and you even get this little nice flow through this little nice room. Of course, this entire world is my favorite, but this world, just something about it is really nice. I think I spent the most time in this world taking pictures, just because purely the lighting is really nice. And you also have a bunch of stuff going on. The lighting in this world is so perfect that I honestly can't get enough of it. I took so many pictures and spent so much time here, and it's really worth it for what it is. You can get some really nice pictures if you take them in 8K. Now this part here is also really nice, as you can just see how the lighting works in this little hallway. The doors, for some reason, are home doors, but that's fine. Everything in this world is really questionable, but that's the fun part of it. As I said, with each room gets bigger and bigger, here's another example where you go outside. In the distance you see a pyramid, for some reason, but overall it's a really nice ambient. This part definitely freaked me out a little bit. Now this is also probably one of the more scarier parts of the world, but you don't have to worry about anything because this world doesn't have any jump scares nor any scary noises. This world is purely made for it to tell a story on how it is, and for you to explore it, which I highly suggest you to do. In each little corner that you peek, there's always something going on. Later down the line, we enter this big room, which has this huge statue of a guy with a top hat. This whole world is based with top hats and a guy with a top hat. I'm not sure what it means, but I'm sure some of you might know. This little school or presentation area or theater has some nice paintings and a bed in the center for some reason. This part here really looks weird if you're in VR. Honestly, with each room, I don't know what to say other than it looks really interesting and really odd at the same time. Everything is connected, so as you go through the world, you can see that some places where you've been, and each little room has its own sound and ambient noise. Here we enter a really long hallway that has some rooms on the side, but what are inside those rooms, I'll leave that up to you to explore. At the end of the hallway, you enter this huge mall abandoned area that honestly looks pretty cool even though it's abandoned. As we go outside though, you see this huge statue with some really nice lighting, and next to it is a really nice big park. This definitely has to be one of my favorite parts of the map, as this park is really beautiful, and with the sound and with the noise, it's just really perfect. As you get to the end of the road, you see this huge hole in the ground. When you jump down, it takes you to a different location. Now this part is really interesting, as you can see the sky is moving much faster than I am, and it looks really trippy in VR, so if you do go here, this part of the map will be pretty interesting and pretty trippy. Although don't look behind, as there is a really bright light that you can't really look at for too long. Our journey ends here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, I didn't show every single part of the map, as I would like you to go explore by yourself and or with friends, as this world is really nice, really cool, and really interesting. I will leave a link to it in the description down below. For those who've been into previous worlds that DrMorro made, this part might be familiar, as it's taken from the old world and placed into this new one. That's it from me for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this little journey, and I'll see you around.